I'm excited. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be a nice day this weekend.
Alex Honnold made history in 2017. He completed a free solo climb of El Capitan in Yosemite. Now, he's taking on a new challenge, Taipei 101's smooth glass and bamboo-like structure. This climb will test both his technique and his endurance. When asked about Taipei's unpredictable weather, Honnold said, "Rain may not be a major concern though."
Cold is okay, but raining is challenging.
Back in 2004, French climber Alain Robert scaled Taipei 101 with safety ropes. His climb boosted international attention for the newly completed building. Honnold's attempt is expected to do the same. The excitement has already reached local businesses. Hotels in the Xinyi district report occupancy rates above 90%. Marketing expert Hu Hengshi explained the broader economic impact.
Spending on food, clothing, housing, and transportation should rise by 20 to 30%.
The event has also drawn international media attention. US Netflix and a British film crew have arrived to capture the climb. So, will Honnold pull it off? One local fan is confident.
He has climbed El Capitan successfully before. That climb is said to be almost twice as high. From documentaries I've watched, it's really about endurance.
As anticipation builds, the world watches to see if Honnold can make history once again.
A potentially historic, worst in years winter storm could bring damaging heavy snow and ice to more than half of the United States this weekend.
The main actions to take now are to prepare your family, prepare your home, and prepare your car.
At least 182 million people in 45 states are under alert, with more expected as the storm's footprint will stretch more than 1,500 miles from Texas to the Northeast. Record-breaking cold with dangerous, expected wind chills as low as -50 in some spots, starting to creep into the upper Midwest and northern plains Thursday, with the system spreading across the eastern U.S. in the coming days. New York City may get hit with the most snow it's seen in 4 years. Some in the Great Lakes anticipating more treacherous conditions like the ones that created this 100-plus car pileup in West Michigan this week. In the South, road and airport concerns have crews working now.
We don't get a lot of opportunities to engage in a snow event, and so we're doing a lot of preparation.
And Texas officials confident the deep freeze won't wreak havoc on the power grid like what the state saw in 2021 when millions were in the dark.
The ERCOT grid has never been stronger, never been more prepared, and is fully capable of handling this winter storm.
From the outside looking in, it seems simple. Seize the cash, count it, and turn it in.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck re-team for the cop drama, The Rip.
We had a Crime Stopper tip come in on this address.
There's $1.4 million in this bucket.
The film pits their characters against each other, something their real-world partnership helped inform.
We've written a bunch of screenplays together, so when we do that a lot through improvisation and acting out the scene, so we've spent thousands of hours of our lives yelling at each other in rooms. So it's nice to do it in front of a movie crew for once.
Given our real relationship, and that then when you fracture that and ask, and present the idea that one of them is lying to the other, I just thought it presented for a really interesting opportunity for drama and a really great story, and also something to play with as an actor.
You should just take whatever money you want and walk away before this goes really bad for all of us.
Director Joe Carnahan kept the cast in a single location for a majority of the film's first act.
When I watched the movie for the first time, it really works. The whole thing works, and you have to trust the director and trust where he's putting you, and you watch it and you go, whoa, like you can see it after, and I loved it.
All I know is what we do right now and who we talk to matters.